This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. For more details, visit gocurrency.com. By Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. By Ashley Furniture. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com. And by Tom Dinsdale Automotive. Find us on the web at dinsdaleauto.com.
Welcome back to Grand Island Central Catholic High School for this presentation of high school sports on News Channel Nebraska. I'm Michael Shifley. Andy Klassen's with me. The girls' game as good as advertised. We're just hoping for something just like that on the boys' side. They don't have the top 10 ranking, but these two programs have immense respect for each other because they're always competing year in, year out here in Central Nebraska. GICC 4-8 and Adams Central 10-3, but I think this could be a very competitive matchup.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise anybody. Central Catholic has a tradition and a respect amongst themselves. Well, this is their home court. They're not going to give something away here. And Adams Central, they're well aware of it. But they also understand that this might be one of our chances to knock them off at home, and they're keyed up for it.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, we're feeling some energy down here on the court. This game has meaning for both of these squads. It would be a really solid victory heading into conference tournament play. GICC has been inconsistent, and they haven't played. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's been 14 days since they last took the court.
Yeah, just unbelievable. You know, you're used to that moratorium and the holiday break and all those things, but due to inclement weather, GICC hasn't played a live game for 14 days, 2 weeks. It's tough to see. It could go one way or the other. Well-rested or too much rust.
Let's talk about the roster a little bit first for the home side. The Grand Island Central Catholic Crusaders, they're led by Thomas Laban in scoring, but it's Thomas Birch. He's a sophomore who leads the squad in rebounds. He has a tough task today. Yeah,
just a bulldog, well-rounded out kid. You can tell he does the curls for girls, but he also doesn't miss leg day. He's going to have to play above his height, though, really use the fundamentals, boxing out because they are giving up some height.
On the other side, there's lots of height with Adams Central, and one of the tallest guy, 6'8" freshman, Hunter Neppel. Yeah. That's a name that you got to get to know in Central Nebraska basketball circles.
Yeah, and he has burst onto the scene this year, and we watch him a little bit in pregame. He can back it out, drain the threes, playing a little above the rim as well. This kid is dynamic, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's looking at a double-double performance here tonight.
Well, there's a lot of reason to be excited for this matchup. We're excited, and we're looking forward to bringing it your way next, right here on News Channel Nebraska.
Purchasing your next car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse Ford is easier than ever thanks to our streamlined buying process. Shop our current inventory and offers going on now and experience the convenience of buying with Woodhouse Ford today.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
No sense.
We're getting ready for tip-off here on News Channel Nebraska. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. It's Grand Island Central Catholic hosting Adams Central. Let's learn a little bit about these schools. Here's School Spotlight presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. GICC, their boys population taking a little dip. They're down to Class C2 for these last few seasons. They've had a bunch of success in that class, but last year, rare losing record. They're in danger of that again this season. Meanwhile, Adams Central, really successful in a lot of sports, hailing from the Hastings, Juniata area, and they're hoping to get back to the state tournament here in boys basketball.
Yeah, and a lot of times I kind of feel like Adams Central, they kind of have that feel of a football team playing basketball.
Right.
This season, boy, they got the height, the athleticism. They look like a basketball squad through and through, and a squad that has, you know, maybe a state title run in the thought process as well. They're looking to make some noise down at state. That's what I'm getting at.
You got some young talent on that team, some veteran players. It's going to be interesting. This is my first time seeing them this season. Saw them plenty of times on the gridiron. I've seen GICC a couple of times, and this is a team that's loaded with talent, but it's young talent. They don't have that mix that AC has. They don't have a single senior on the roster and only 2 juniors. This is as young as it gets.
Yeah, and right now, as you mentioned, Central Catholic, they're kind of going through it, right? They don't have that senior leadership, the upperclassmen that they typically lean on, especially with throughout their starting 5 over the seasons. And I mean, that's really what you want to see anyway at any institution. And GICC, for whatever reason, just doesn't have that right now. So what's going to happen? You got to go to a lot of underclassmen, and they're just overmatched in a couple areas, you know, giving up some size, giving up some weight, and that's really gotten the better of them a couple occasions this season.
Adams Central, 11 trips to the state tournament as a program, and lots of success lately. They went 3 straight years, 2019 through 2021. Didn't make it the last couple of seasons. Hoping to get back to Lincoln this year under the guidance of their head coach, Zach Foster. Tino Martinez, one of the most respected coaches around, and he's in charge of things for the Crusaders. He has to be frustrated with a young group, but a great chance for them here heading into conference tournament play to get some momentum with a big home victory.
Yeah, you never want to wish your life away, but I bet, you know, head coach Martinez is wishing he could fast forward a couple of seasons here and get these underclassmen up to juniors and seniors and see what he got. But he's got to be excited for the next couple of seasons coming, knowing what he's cultivating here on out.
Starters for the home team. That's Grand Island Central Catholic. Braylon Wolf, he's a freshman. Thomas Laban, the top scorer for the Crusaders, is a junior. Jack Alberts is in the starting lineup, a 5'11 sophomore. Thomas Birch, a 6'2 sophomore. And Connor Haney, a 6'2 sophomore, round out the starting 5 for GICC. Adams Central, Zach Foster, the head coach. A team been putting up some points this year, averaging just over 55 per game. Their starting lineup goes Austin Vance. Vance is a 6' junior. Hunter Neppel in the starting lineup. He's a freshman, 6'8". Decker Shestock gets the start today. Shestock is a 6'3 senior. Dylan Jansen, another senior, 6'3". Jaden Techmeyer rounds out the starting lineup, a 6' senior.
And there's that balance that you do like to see for Adams Central. They got 3 seniors, multiple year starters, and then a mix of some really lethal talent. We've already talked about Mr. Neppel, the 6'7", 6'8" freshman, leading the way as far as underclassmen talent.
Well, last year, Adams Central finished 12-12, probably underachieved a little bit. They had tons of single-digit losses, but they did achieve against GICC in their building last year back at Hastings. This was a blowout victory, 61-34. And talking to Rob Misak, the assistant coach for GICC before this one, he said that's really the only game that he's ever coached at GICC where they were truly never in the game. They watched a lot of film of last year's blowout loss heading into this one, trying to avoid a similar fate.
A lot of, you see that? Let's not do that again.
Couldn't handle some full court pressure from the Patriots in that defeat. Adams Central going with their red uniforms today, so a couple of guys with different numbers than typical. A different look for the Patriots on the road.
Nepple, nice job not trying to come up with the basketball, just rolling it away, getting it out of trouble, not picking up a travel.
It is Birch on Nepple defensively. That's a 6-inch height difference.
Being a C2 matchup on a C2 court, we don't have to worry about the shot clock here. So the Patriots can afford to be extremely patient here on offense.
Hesitation move on the drive for Jansen. Tries to find some space and finds a body bump from Connor Haney. This is your first quarter presented by John Henry's, our family serving years.
Jansen doing a fantastic job keeping that pivot foot live. Finally getting around the defender there.
So a couple of shots for Jansen. Averages 8.5 per game. One of the top returners from last year's squad. Scores the first point. Adams Central, they didn't have as big of a layoff. They've played twice, actually, since their 2 cancellations. What an offensive rebound. Decker Shestak just going over the top of the Crusaders to earn another possession.
Well, the height advantage is coming into play, as we mentioned in the pregame.
The Patriots have had the ball for the entire minute 15 of this game.
And credit Central Catholic, they're playing tough defense, really making them earn it here.
Thomas LeBon picks the pocket into open court, lays it up and draws the foul. A push by Nepple, trailing defensively.
And that's where Nepple's got to learn. We mentioned how he's only a freshman, but sometimes you just got to let those go. Breakaway layup off the turnover from LeBon.
Adams Central played 2 days ago here in this city at Northwest. And they were victorious 55-32. Played Tuesday at home against Ord. So twice. This is the third game this week for AC. And again, by comparison, for Grand Island Central Catholic, they last played at Donovan Trumbull 2 Saturdays ago.
That's just unbelievable. One team getting 3 games in compared to 0 on the other side. And I stand corrected. Good foul from Nepple because he had LeBon missing one of the free throws. So trade a foul for a point.
Push on that Adams Central drive. It was not a shot. Net shove from Jack Alberts. Central Catholic has lost its last 2 games and really on quite a skid. They've fallen in 6 of their last 7 contests. But it's Zach Foster who's upset. He didn't like anything going on there. 30-second timeout. We'll stay here.
Yeah, just not a lot of ball movement there on that inbounds pass. I think he was expecting the play to be run, and Adams Central players are just kind of looking for the dump-off pass, saying go over the top, go over the top. Well, that can be lazy sometimes, and I think the Crusaders were ready for it.
Zach Foster is not afraid to get fiery. He did so earlier this season in a marquee victory. That was on the 4th of January at Hastings. You know all about city rivalry games. Sure. Adams Central Hastings High is one of those. And they were down 15 at halftime.
Oh, my goodness.
And came back to win it in overtime. And Coach Foster said he talked to his team about the right way to play the game at halftime in that contest.
And it kind of felt like they wanted to turn it up a level here, wearing those red uniforms, those alternate uniforms, kind of like they're seeing red here this Saturday evening.
They're fired up for this game. Shestak kicks it out. 3-ball up. Oh, what a feed. That was actually Nepple on the kick out, and Jaden Techmeyer cashes it in for the first field goal of the game.
Really nice inside-outside pass to Techmeyer. Spot up, drains the three.
There's freshman Braylon Wolf, who runs point guard for Tino Martinez. Three-pointer back iron for Alberts, and last touched by Grand Island Central Catholic.
And you're going to mention Wolf's name a couple more times throughout this broadcast. Point guard freshman, but he's also one of those guys that can find his own shot.
Averages 9 points per game. That's the third best on the roster. Definitely has a three-point shot, but has some room to grow into his frame. Tons of potential for GICC. And he's all over Austin Vaunts there defensively. Here's Neppel. And he clears some space against Birch, and the freshman converts.
I mean, just kind of allowed a couple defenders to blow by him there, just cut his drive off. Nice little pump of the brakes there, an easy bunny shot.
1-3-1 zone defense by Adams Central. They play zone after made shots, man-to-man after misses. That was a make. Braylon Wolf, we warned you he could shoot it from range, and he converts there.
Good job on Wolf finding that soft spot in that zone defense, as you alluded to.
The Crusaders will have to shoot the three against the 1-3-1 this season, or this game rather. LeBon gets his hands on the basketball again. Good two hands in the lane for Shestock, but he can't put it through, and there's LeBon skying for the rebound. Thomas LeBon, 12.5 points per game. He's liable to go off at any moment. Birch can't hit the straightaway tray ball.
Vaunts comes away with it, point guard for Adams Central. He doesn't really force anything. Doesn't mind getting the ball out to the wing, set up the offense.
Ooh, a tough step back three, way off for Neppel. LeBon, he's not going to slow things up. And he's shoved. Foul against Techmeyer.
If you're a Central Catholic fan, you really got to like what you're seeing from Thomas LeBon early on here. And it's mostly been coming from the defensive end. He's making plays on the defensive side and then continuing that momentum to the offensive side. Most notably, that takeaway at half court, lay-in, which he got fouled on and was able to hit, the back end of those free throws.
Man-to-man defense by Adams Central this possession. Birch wants a three this time, and he's 0 for 2 to begin from distance. Oh, crossover. But LeBon goes step for step with Techmeyer defensively.
Able to regain that step after getting crossed over.
Did get whistled for the foul, so that's 3 fouls this quarter on the Crusaders. Just past the midway point here on your Midway CDJ scoreboard. Tate McIntyre with the basketball. Averages about 6 per game off the bench.
Maybe a little out of control there.
Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Both offenses not quite in rhythm to begin this game.
Good on LeBon. He had the double team collapsing on him. Was able to get himself out of trouble.
Birch got a shoulder into the defense to clear some space, but not able to hit. Cold from the field to begin.
Yeah, really neither offense, as you mentioned, able to kind of get into a rhythm here.
That's a tough guarded three for Dylan Jansen. He misses, and now a foul on the Patriots trying for the offensive rebound.
Give a lot of credit to Wolf. Mentioned it earlier. He gives up a lot of height, but a textbook box out there really drew that over the back whistle.
Neppel to the bench. So the rim protector for the Patriots getting a breather here. Crusaders could take their first lead of the game with a three. Wolf goes for the teardrop. LeBon showing off his ups. Extra pass. Now LeBon from the corner. Nothing but net.
Fantastic ball movement, working the ball around the perimeter, being a little quicker than that zone defense could react to.
Crusaders in front for the first time in this home matchup against the Patriots. Adams Central just 2 made field goals here in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, Central Catholic not making it easy for them on the defensive end.
Jansen lines it up. Oh, on target, just a little strong. And there's a good rebound by McIntyre. Deep 3 ball. Holy smokes, Butts. And then the bodies hit the deck. That's McIntyre fighting for that rebound. And it's Jack Alberts who committed the foul, his second.
Yeah, that's a dangerous foul. Alberts has got to be careful there. You got a player that's, left the court and you're back underneath him there. That could cause a serious injury. Got to be careful.
McIntyre, he's okay. Critical bench piece for Coach Zach Foster, who's coaching up 2 Patriots getting ready to come back into the game.
You got to admire his passion. And you mentioned how he can be a fiery guy at times, but his players respond to it.
So it's Shestock and Neppel in to replace Techmeyer and Jansen.
I think I'm an Adams Central fan. I want to see a little bit more textbook. Maybe I don't know if discipline's the right word, but box out. Yes, you're taller, you're older, you're bigger, but don't just rely on the size advantage. Actually get position and try to box out, close out. Put yourself in a spot to be successful.
Wolf. Oh, he's feeling it early in this game. The second 3 ball of the first quarter, and it's a 2-point cushion for the Crusaders.
The quick trigger from Wolf, the freshman.
And a turnover by the Patriots. Well, if Wolf is hitting, that adds a dimension to this offense that it doesn't always have. Yeah, he gets 9 per game, but sometimes it's 15 and sometimes it's 4.
You're exactly right.
Altered shot that time going in against the trees. Neppel coming off the screen. Good job by Birch to stay on his hip.
Yeah, just not a lot of movement away from the basketball for Adams Central right now.
Good jab step. McIntyre, the runner, is off the mark and out of bounds. Last touched by Grand Island Central Catholic.
And the Patriots have some athletes, so it looks like they like to get in that ISO, create those one-on-one matchups for a lot of their players. But, offense hasn't been easy for them in this early going, so maybe change things up, get a few more off-ball screens, open some guys up.
Neppel. Not able to find any room.
A lot of standing around.
You're right. Skip pass. Leads to an open lane on the baseline. Crashing the glass. That's been the secret to the offense for Adams Central. It's earned them several trips to the free throw line, including this one.
Techmeyer timed that one up beautifully. Understanding if it was going to come off the rib, he was going to be there to clean it up.
Jaden Techmeyer's taken a big step forward in terms of scoring this season. 9.5 per game in his senior campaign. Has 4 early points here. And it was interesting talking to Coach Foster, saying, what's led to Jaden really scoring some more this year? The best thing that happened was he moved from wide receiver to quarterback in football. And it forced him to take on more of a leadership role and gain mental strength, and it's translated to the basketball court.
Well, and also you got to see the whole field, right? As a quarterback, you got to know where everybody's at. You got to be able to go through your reads, your progressions. He's probably seeing the court more like that as well, understanding where everybody's at and why they're in those spots and why the ball is trying to get delivered to where it's going.
McIntyre grabs a rebound, and that's the second offensive board off of a free throw for the Patriots. Lots of contact. No whistle for either side. And it takes us to the first quarter break. The score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. The home team 10, the visitors 9.
Do you know when the worst time to find out your sump pump isn't working? The day you need it. At John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, we're offering a $59 sump pump inspection so you won't have to find a watery surprise in your basement after a storm. For just $59, our licensed and experienced service professionals will examine your sump pump, inspecting its major components to ensure your sump pump is ready and working when you need it most. Hurry, this offer won't last long. John Henry's, serving your family since 1996.
Get $7,000 off total savings on every new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited and 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited during the Start of Something New sales event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/CDJR.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Check us out on Twitter at NCN Sports.
We begin second quarter play here at Grand Island Central Catholic. The Crusaders were victorious in a hard-fought women's basketball game. Now on the boys' side, they're separated by just 1 point in a physical first 8 minutes.
Boy, that was a fun girls' game, really back and forth seesaw type of affair. Lead changes throughout, and getting treated much the same so far here with the boys.
Laban not on target. Vaught's another rebound. He's been active on the glass for a point guard. Now calmly works it into the half court to Neppel. Vaught's beats Wolf to the hoop. Another nearly an offensive rebound, but snaring the basketball. Connor Haney preventing that chance for Shestak.
Yeah, the quick hands from Connor Haney, able to get in there and kind of strip that ball away, preventing that additional offensive rebound.
Two-man game on the right side. Haney rattles the shot through.
I mean, how many times have we said it? These players do something good on the defensive end, and they take that momentum to the offensive end. Haney, little mid-range jumper there.
Vaught's just looking for somebody to come to the basketball. Neppel obliges. It takes 15 seconds before they can even think about getting the ball inside the arc. Height advantage, but a kick out. Shestak finds Techmeyer. Now Vaught's from deep. Hits. Austin Vaught's big shot. Tie the game up for the Patriots.
The left-hander backs himself out a couple additional feet. Gets the separation needed. As you saw, the Crusaders really trying to pack it in to, negate that height advantage that they are giving up.
Birch double teamed underneath the basket. Tries to find some room. Gets the shot up. Neppel corrals the miss. Spin move off of the window. Dylan Jansen. That was pretty.
Really was. And how about able to kind of shift gears there and take enough off it? It was just soft off the window. Oh, he got pushed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just took a split second longer to pull the whistle, but an obvious foul on Jaden Techmeyer, and that's his second foul.
We've used the term frustration foul. It just kind of looked like Techmeyer was like, how dare you dribble by me with that quick step? Let me give you a little shove on the way out.
This is your second quarter, sponsored by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Trying to decipher that 1-3-1. Loose basketball, AC has it. They don't have any numbers. They'll have to play it in the half court.
Those big bodies from Adams Central, they get in that zone. Boy, do they gobble up a lot of space.
There's just not a lot of movement on offense for the Patriots.
No, and I think that kind of plays into GICC.
Oh, if you can do that, you maybe don't need everybody else moving around. Hunter Neppel just backs down the defender and hits the Dirk Nowitzki fallback.
That basically, you can't guard that. That's pretty tough to guard.
Oh, Laban with the long arm of Neppel in his face.
It doesn't matter. The dribble drive collapses that defense. The kick out on point. Laban ready and waiting with that corner three.
Now Jansen Can't get the response. And a foul underneath the basket. It's against Adams Central and Shestock, his first. That's 2 team fouls this quarter for AC.
And Thomas LeBon, he's got a couple highlights already, just drained that triple, but I've been so impressed with his defensive efforts and those 4 rebounds he's got early on here. We knew he had to have a big game, being one of the tallest players for GICC. Well, he has stepped up big here in this first half.
Trying to go to work against that zone again. Got to be patient against the 1-3-1. See if they can get it to the high post. That's been a challenge. That's where you beat the zone, the short corner of the high post. It's mostly been on the wing.
Right. And a little dribble drive from players like Wolf and LeBlanc have been able to penetrate it at times. But, yeah, it's kind of tough getting it in there.
There's right wing to left wing. That's the only place the ball's been this possession for GICC. Patriots defense doing a fine job. Wolf fires it up and hits.
Oh. And there's that patience you were talking about coming into play. Wolf just getting a little bit of space there, able to knock down another 3.
Back-to-back 3 balls for the Crusaders, puts them in front past the midway point of the second quarter. Techmeyer against the smaller Wolf. High off of the window, it drops through.
Took that extra step there and allowed LeBon to blow by before he elevated for that layup.
Wolf looking for a buddy. Finds it in Alberts. Now you can play defense for 50 seconds if you're Adams Central. You still got to get the stop. They get the takeaway. One better, and Vaunts to the hoop. Draws the foul. Count the bucket.
I tell you what, Adams Central, fortunate they didn't get a goaltending type of call there to negate that bucket as Vaughn gets that one to go.
Jack Alberts heads to the bench. Alberts with 3 fouls now.
I think that was a Tate McIntyre. The guy kind of got tied up in the net, touching the balls that worked its way through the cylinder.
Foul shot drops through.
Vaunts has had the shooter's role here in this first half.
He has 5 points. Second best mark on the team so far. Wolf leading all scorers with his 3 3-point shots. Wolf attacks. Way deep. LeBon. The Crusaders are feeling it from long range.
The 3-point shot has been a savior for Central Catholic, I'll tell you what. And just that little bit of penetration gets the defense off their spots and allows just enough of an opening for these 3-point shooters.
Now on the season, GICC is a 30% 3-point shooting team. 3 threes each for Wolf and LeBon. There's 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll step aside and be back with the conclusion after this.
It's a winter wonderland of savings at Schaefer's. Update your home for the new year with fresh appliances, a plush new mattress, and high-def TV. Save up to 40% on Frigidaire French door, side-by-side, and top-mount refrigerators. And save up to 35% on Frigidaire dishwashers, including spacious 3-rack models. Plus, you can clean up on powerful and efficient Electrolux front-load laundry pairs. It's a winter wonderland of savings, now at Schaefer's.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Get $7,000 off total savings on every new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited and 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited during the Start of Something New sales event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/CDJR.
Be sure to stick around for halftime. Your halftime show brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Tie ball game. Final minute 45 of this first half. A chance for one side or another to provide some separation heading to the locker rooms. Who will it be? The hot shooting Crusaders or the tall Patriots? And a foul called against Adams Central there. He'll tag Nepple with his second.
Yeah, Nepple couldn't believe it. I don't believe the officials cared for that body language.
We'll have some highlights for you during that halftime show as well. Those are brought to you by Starter Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations.
Head coach Zach Voster might have felt the same way I did. Quickly subs Hunter Nepple out of the game, protecting him from picking up that third foul, and maybe he was just getting a little bit riled up out there, disagreeing with the officials, not thinking that he committed that foul.
Birch considered the three, takes the pull-up two, and gets his first bucket. Shooting's contagious, Andy.
Yes, and just the flow of this game is really lending itself towards kind of, the outmanned GICC team. We keep mentioning how they're giving up a lot of size, but they've gotten under the skin, you could say, of the Patriots here. Another unforced error turnover for these Adams Central Patriots.
Shooting has not been the strength for GICC this season. 37% field goal shooting group, just 30% from distance, but they're pouring it in this evening.
Maybe they forgot about that after the 2 weeks of being off. They haven't played a game in 14 days. Yeah. They forgot that they haven't been shooting the ball that well.
Coach Martinez and Coach Misek and company, they worked on fundamentals, went back to the basics a lot during that 2 weeks of practice, no games. Paying off here in the first half.
And for the most part, they have been very patient on offense, waiting for their shots.
Here's Wolf working his way inside, weaves to the cup for two.
Just slipped in there, got enough of a crease of the defense, and strong with the left hand.
7-0 GICC run. Jansen drains it, and that beats the buzzer. An enormous three-ball for Adams Central. That cuts their deficit to just 1 point heading to halftime. An exclamation point on a competitive 16 minutes of hoops. We'll break it down for you with some highlights, a look at the rankings, and our thoughts heading to the third quarter next on News Channel Nebraska.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Check us out on Twitter at NCN Sports. The halftime report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
It's a winter wonderland of savings at Schaefer's. Update your home for the new year with fresh appliances, a plush new mattress, and high-def TV. Save up to 40% on Frigidaire French door, side-by-side, and top-mount refrigerators. And save up to 35% on Frigidaire dishwashers, including spacious 3-rack models. Plus, you can clean up on powerful and efficient Electrolux front-load laundry pairs. It's a winter wonderland of savings, now at Schaefer's.
It all started long ago with cattle in mind, and it's still the major focus today of Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment and your friends at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. They want to provide you with the best equipment. That's why they sell Powder River. It truly does stand the test of time. Powder River is a name you can trust. From cattle handling systems to gates and feeders, Powder River makes equipment for life. Come see for yourself at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Get $7,000 off total savings on every new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited and 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited during the Start of Something New sales event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/CDJR.
Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. We're at halftime. The combined middle and high school dance and cheerleader squads entertaining folks here at the home of the Crusaders. 25-24 is the score on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Your halftime show is brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. Well, they can get loud in here, not just for the basketball team.
Wow.
Dance, cheerleading.
Why not? State champions in 2020, 2021, and 2022. So, yeah, talented basketball teams, talented baseball teams, as we mentioned, talented cheer and dance teams as well.
Let's see how that first half went. Your halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. You can find them, their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Well, it was a slow start offensively. These defenses really controlled the early part of this game, but a three-point shooting eventually led to some separation for Grand Island Central Catholic.
Yeah, and that's where I think Zach Foster, head coach of Adams Central, needs to tell his guys, like, look, our 1-3-1 zone is working. We're forcing outside contested shots. You can't believe that they're going to keep shooting lights out throughout the entire game. They haven't all season. On the flip side of GICC, if I'm Pino Martinez, I'm saying keep shooting the ball with confidence. You never know, and whenever you have a team that's hot, that believes in is shooting with that type of confidence, anything can happen, and we're seeing that here tonight.
Against Donovan Trumbull, which again, 2 weeks ago, the last time Grand Island Central Catholic played, they were 1 from 8 for 3.
Right.
They hit 6 in the first half.
And they're being patient, too. I love the way, the young freshman Braylon Wolf is working the ball around. He's picking his spots with a dribble drive, but more than anything, when he kickstarts and gets that ball inside, it collapses that zone, and they've been able to find LeBon, Birch, Albers, Wolf himself knocking down those threes at times.
Meanwhile, Adams Central found a couple of spurts where they were the dominant team. They had a 7-0 run to take a 16-12 lead, then a 5-0 stretch to go ahead 21-18. They definitely have the height advantage, but sometimes the offense doesn't seem to get an easy look for those tall players.
I think if I'm a Adams Central fan, I'm a little frustrated because it just kind of feels like they're leaning on their mismatches a little too much, where they're utilizing that ISO type of game. And they've also been bailed out by a couple of timely threes, like how they were able to close out the half. Sometimes that's fool's gold. It's like, we're only down by 1, but you're a bigger, faster, stronger, senior-led team. You should feel like, hey, we should be up by 10, 8 points right now, and that just hasn't been the case.
Well, this is where these teams want to be. The News Channel Nebraska top 10 rankings for the Class C1 boys. Adams Central, a win here, some success in the Central Conference Tournament, and they might be in the top 10. Grand Island Central Catholic probably not going to be in those rankings unless they really go on a streak here. But they do think they are a team that can make some noise in sub-district play and not a team you'd want to face come district final time. C1 loaded.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
This is as tough of this is the deepest class in high school basketball. 1 through 10, I think, could contend for the state title. Donovan Trumbull, see them there at number 8. They were a state tournament team last year with no seniors in Class C2. Got bumped up to C1 this season, and they're going to be fighting just to make it back to the tournament.
Yeah, and it really speaks to the parity that you just mentioned. And, just a moment ago earlier tonight, number 4 just knocked off number 7, Bishop Newman, Omaha Concordia, 54-42. Top 10 matchup.
Concordia wins that?
Yep, Concordia won that one. It just speaks to how many really good teams there are across both C1 and C2.
You know, you can trot out new players every year, but there's just something about Jim Weeks in March.
Oh, my God.
And Auburn, they're sitting at number 1.
Yeah, and we were fortunate enough to call one of the games earlier this season, and it's not pretty, okay? I mean, it's some seasons they got the biggest center, other seasons, you know, they got the playmakers. This season, I just feel like they're grinders, and they'll just lean on whoever's got the hot hand and figure out a way to just grind out a victory, and it's been good this season to the tune of 10-0 thus far.
The number 2 team, Ashland Greenwood, their lone loss coming to Lincoln Lutheran, a game we had on News Channel Nebraska TV. That was an excellent game, and we think we have a good one brewing here this evening as well. Just 1 point separating Grand Island Central Catholic and Adams Central. It's a Central Nebraska clash, the final game before conference tournament play. Second half comes your way next on News Channel Nebraska.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters. NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Check us out on Twitter at NCN Sports.
It's a winter wonderland of savings at Schaefer's. Update your home for the new year with fresh appliances, a plush new mattress, and high-def TV. Save up to 40% on Frigidaire French door, side-by-side, and top-mount refrigerators. And save up to 35% on Frigidaire dishwashers, including spacious 3-rack models. Plus, you can clean up on powerful and efficient Electrolux front-load laundry pairs. It's a winter wonderland of savings now at Schaefer's.
New year, new ride. Get $20,000 total savings on a new Silverado 1500 Black Widow RST. Find new roads at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer, Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC, Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com/GM.
Just hot.
Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Adams Central on the road at Grand Island Central Catholic. This was a blowout last season. AC took care of business at home, and the Crusaders were never really in it. Different story this time around. This upstart GICC club has the 1-point lead.
Yeah, just a fantastic game plan coming to this one from head coach Martinez and assistant coach Rob Isaac, a guy you got to talk to earlier on. And yeah, he said they watched a lot of film, kind of force-fed it to the team, making them watch that lopsided victory for the Patriots last season. I'd have to say they learned a thing or two the way they performed in that first half.
Man-to-man defense for Grand Island Central Catholic. That's what they run almost all the time. They did it successfully, holding Adams Central to just 24 in the first half. There's a foul. Let's see if they tag Birch or Laban on the roll to the hoop by Nepple.
I think they're going to get Laban trying to help on the backside. That's what they're going to have to do. Great communication, just a little late getting there.
Nepple held to 4 points in the first half, a guy that averages 15 per game.
High-flying freshman for the Patriots.
This is your third quarter, brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. That hit the shot clock. 1 for 2 to equalize the score. So we're starting fresh here, 5 seconds into the second half. Tie ball game.
So number 1-5, Decker Shestak with his hands up. He heard that whistle. It was from hitting the score clock behind the backboard. He didn't want to get the whistle for going over the back.
He thought it might have been a foul on him. Nepple comes away with the basketball. Both teams pretty clean in terms of turnovers, only 3 each in the first half. Vaught's hit from long range in the first half. A little long on that shot, but it's out of bounds to AC.
Well, and it felt in rhythm. He was able to do that little side dribble there, little step back, a little bit more separation. He was on the mark, as you mentioned, in the first half, just off right there.
Nepples falling away there with a help defense from Birch. Initially had the switch off with Wolf on him, about a foot shorter. Trying to go to work. Connor Haney has to kick it back out against the man-to-man of Adams Central.
Good switch there at the top of the key from Adams Central. Not allowing any penetration from beyond the perimeter for these guards.
A lower scoring game. We were talking to ourselves at halftime about how that probably favors Grand Island Central Catholic.
Yeah.
And Adams Central averages 55 points per game. They're going to really need to turn it on to get there today. GICC, they only score 43. So I think that the lower scoring, longer possession type of contest goes in favor of the home team.
Just the flow of the game favors GICC, you'd have to believe. Just limiting the possessions and not allowing this athletic run-and-gun style of team from Adams Central to get out and maximize that talent and that athleticism.
Too many transition chances, just 3 turnovers from Grand Island Central Catholic. So fast break game has been largely neutralized. There's Vance, he's left open.
Oh,
and Crusaders got away with one there.
In and out.
It was the sharpshooting in the first half that propelled GICC to the cushion. Birch tries for 2 there, and it's no good.
I kind of like Adams Central coming out this man-to-man defense. It kind of sets a tone, right? We're going to have to be aggressive. We're going to get up into these guys. Let's take this game back.
Open look for Jansen. Oh, barely even touched the net. It was so pure. Right where he left off after hitting the 3 to beat the first half buzzer.
Yeah, he closed that one out. The heat stays on for 3-0. Jansen staying hot.
Haney draws contact. Heads to the line. Well, Grand Island Central Catholic made 8 field goals in the first half. 6 from beyond the arc, 2 from inside.
You know, they did just enough to kind of work around that 1-3-1 zone. They're having trouble getting the ball inside, but when they just got just a little penetration, the kick out was usually available. And, hey, the shooters were lighting it up in that first half for the Crusaders.
Neppel has to take a seat. That was his 3rd foul. So the star freshman for the Patriots has been mostly neutralized in this game. Just 5 points.
Yeah, we know he's athletic enough, and we saw him hit like a step back 3, kind of looked like Dirk Nowitzki you mentioned. I thought that was a good reference, but I think I would want to see him work more towards the rim rather than fading away from it.
Whoa, what a finish. Jaden Techmeyer, how did he get the English on that one to spin it through the cup?
We heard about the athleticism from Adams Central, and we are seeing it.
After the make, they go to the zone. Wolf misses it short, but there's Haney, and Haney finds an open look to the hoop.
Nifty footwork, keeping that pivot foot live, getting around the defender.
Haney has exceeded his season average, has 6 points. Tate McIntyre in the ball game, 21 in red and white, and a travel. That was a take for Jansen that went wrong.
Dribbled into Wolf. Wolf had the backside help defense, and Wolf didn't get his hands in there, right? Otherwise, he might have collected a foul. He didn't do so. Not enough to warrant a whistle. Good stop for these young Crusaders here.
Neppel back into the game. It was a short breather for him. See if he can stay out of critical foul trouble. Playing with 3. Wolf between defenders finds Birch for 3. He's short. And it's out of bounds. Adams Central has the basketball.
Love the hustle there from Jack Alberts. Nearly saved it.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Zollner Ford Lincoln. haven't had either side gain too much separation. The biggest lead for either side has been 4. And an offensive foul called on the Patriots.
It's going to be Techmeyer. That's a couple of shoving calls that he's collected here tonight.
Timeout, Zach Foster. He now has 2 starters with 3 fouls. We'll take a break with him. 4:03 left on the Midway CDJ scoreboard in the third quarter.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Adams Central coach Zach Foster regrouping there during that timeout. His top 2 scorers by season average, both with 3 fouls, in Jaden Techmeyer and Hunter Neppel.
Showing some faith in both these young men as they're staying in the game.
Birch, jab step, takes the 3. Cold-blooded, my goodness. Hand in his face, drains it.
Birch has been close on a couple of attempts, that time able to knock one down.
Now he's manning up against Neppel. Can they get the big fella the basketball? Oh, McIntyre goes to the spin move, lays it in with the left.
And that's why they like that ISO game so much. Just widen things out, allow for that one-to-one matchup.
Haney has a little space. Birch calling for the ball, had to bark for it. Alberts for 3, short, and the rebound for Neppel. Jump stop across half court, and they'll set up. Jansen launches. Harshly off of the iron there.
Didn't miss it by much.
LeBon, there was nothing open there. He left his feet and had to throw it away.
Yeah, left his feet, nowhere to go with the ball.
Kick basketball. Be an inbound right in front of their bench for Adams Central. Patriots coming into this game, 3-game win streak. January has been kind to them. Did fall in the championship of their holiday tournament to a tough Boone Central squad. But since then, the overtime win against Hastings, victories over Ord and Northwest. Getting all they can handle here on the road. Neppel short, the putback. That's all about length there.
Yep, sticking with the play, going right back up. He didn't bring the ball down, Michael, to let it get tangled up. Kept it up high with the finish.
He's 6 inches taller than anybody that the Crusaders can put on him.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Continue that drive. Get to the rack. Yeah, good things usually happen with those 6'8", 6'9" guys, you know, when they're like a foot, 2 feet away from the rim.
Foul away from the basketball on GICC. Illegal screen. That's on Birch, his first foul. Neppel going towards the hoop again. Leaves it short once more, and this time he doesn't have any help on the boards. LeBon clears it.
Nice move, no finishes. We got a quick timeout from head coach Martinez.
Oh, he had a bunny, couldn't convert. Tino Martinez didn't like that look was open. He's going to diagram some defense with 1:47 left in the third quarter here on your Aurora Cooperative Scoreboard.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Get $7,000 off total savings on every new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited and 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited during the Start of Something New sales event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/CDJR.
Thank you to one of our sponsors today, Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Important stretch of basketball here. 1:47 left in the third quarter on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. Who can get some momentum heading to the final period? Wolf wants the basketball, gets it, fires, way short, but Haney grabs the offensive rebound.
Smart play.
And throws it off the groin of Mr. Jansen. Probably won't be sending a Christmas card to Thomas, or rather Connor Haney.
Jansen, you got to be ready, buddy. No. Smart play by Haney. Understanding he was falling out of bounds, throws it off the opposition.
Oh, they didn't see Wolf flashing open. Fortunate that Birch was able to get the basketball on that inbound.
This is why I think Martinez wanted to call that timeout, get some really good looks, closing things out here.
Ooh. Oh, it is GICC's night from beyond the arc. That's the fourth three ball for Thomas Laban.
And I don't think that was by accident. You saw two of their best offensive players, Wolf and Laban, shooting three-pointers coming out of that timeout, getting back to their shooting.
In and out. Tough break for Brody Luxon, getting some minutes off of the bench here in the end of the third quarter. Birch pulled it back. Crusaders getting told to hold it by Coach Martinez. They enjoy having a 1-point lead. We'll try to take it at least at that margin to the fourth.
Winding things down here, just under 20.
Laban getting actually pushed out of the frame here. The defense applied by Jack Troush. Wolf in trouble. Finds Laban. Troush all over him. Laban to Wolf. 2 seconds. Step back, fall away three. Nearly banked it in. And we head to the fourth quarter. It's a good one here at Grand Island Central Catholic. The Crusaders in front of the Patriots by 1.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time, and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
Eight minutes until we find out a victor. Adams Central at Grand Island Central Catholic. A score that is the mirror opposite of the girls' game. It was 35-34. Adams Central with the lead. GICC won that one. Birch hits back iron, but there's an offensive rebound for Haney.
Boy, Haney's just been Johnny on the spot a couple occasions here tonight.
Pull the turnaround. Thomas Laban, pure on the jumper tonight.
Just a smooth operator, the junior Laban for these Crusaders.
He has a game-high 15 points. Patriots looking for some help. Jansen gets the handoff to Neppel, chased by two defenders. keeps his dribble alive, spins through the double team, and the triple team comes. LeBon gets the rejection.
He has brought the complete package here tonight, Michael. LeBon is making plays offensively, defensively, going up and getting big rebounds.
Way short for Wolf, who was unaccounted for by the Patriots defense.
LeBon nearly got another steal.
He did. See what Zach Foster has called up for his Patriots, who desperately need a bucket. Open look for Jansen from the corner. Strokes it. Tie game.
Boy, he is a sharp shooter from the corner. So much attention drawn to Techmeyer coming around the corner there. The kick out right on the money.
Huge bucket for the Patriots. And
is that a 5-second call?
5-second call, yep. Okay. Zach Foster didn't seem very excited about it, so I wasn't sure. But Thomas Birch just lost track of things there, held the basketball, nobody got open.
Well, I think Coach Foster was worried that that whistle was for a foul, maybe a push or something.
Well, two excellent coaches who respect each other greatly. That was apparent from conversations coming into this game. Tino Martinez going to get showcased with his annual Heartland Hoops event in Grand Island.
So much fun.
Next couple of weeks. Vaunts had the ball punched away by LeBon. LeBon doesn't have numbers, but he's not going to slow it down. Finds Alberts, straightaway three, swish!
Yep. LeBon just keeping the pressure, not forcing that drive, not forcing his way into the rack, but keeping his dribble alive. Waits for that trail three, so hard to defend. GICC back on top.
What a time for the first bucket for Jack Alberts. The ninth made three for Grand Island Central Catholic.
You said it. Shooting, scoring, it's contagious.
Jansen. Oh, he's feeling it right now. Dylan Jansen, another. We're trading three balls here in Grand Island.
And I like what the Patriots are doing. Go with the tried and true. Where is Mr. Jansen? Oh, there he is. There's another triple.
The double team against Birch. He needs to call timeout. Things are heating up here at the Central Catholic Gymnasium. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. We'll step aside for the timeout on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
What a thrilling start to the fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Sharp shooting.
Yes.
How about Dylan Jansen? 5 made threes.
Keep feeding that man the ball beyond the perimeter.
GICC, they're launching out of the timeout. Hits back iron. LeBon scrapping for the rebounds and last off of Techmeyer's foot.
So that's not going to go down the stat sheet as a rebound for LeBon, but he fought for it and he caused the ball to roll out of bounds off of Patriots, saving the possession for Central Catholic.
I have a feeling they're going to shoot another three.
You're right.
That's what this game has turned into.
Give Keisei Tominaga a call.
Yeah.
It's his type of basketball game.
He had a heck of a performance today as the Huskers outlast the Northwestern Wildcats.
Nepal with the size advantage. Had that deflected. It wasn't a travel, but the ball was loose. Several bodies fall on top of it, and Adams Central keeps possession with 4:44 to play.
You mentioned GICC really leaning into their perimeter shooters right now, trying to find that open look from beyond the arch. Adams Central doing much of the same through Dylan Jansen. Wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots try to work something back inside where they do have that height advantage.
There's Jansen. Kicks out to Techmeyer. Tries his hand at the three. McIntyre cleans up the miss.
McIntyre with back-to-back rebounds. Saving another possession, awarding the Patriots another possession here on offense.
Vance keeps the dribble against the smaller Wolves. Tries to backdoor it, but Laban was there. He gets the steal. Ahead to Birch, and the lay-in.
Birch under control there, even though he had Nepal trailing him here. Went up strong with the left hand and the finish.
Grand Island Central Catholic playing their first game in 2 weeks and entering with a 4-8 record against the 10-3 Adams Central Patriots. They've defended their home court admirably, but you haven't heard the last of the Patriots and Dylan Jansen.
No, not at all, and he's a hot hand, and credit head coach Zach Foster and his staff having his offense find number 30, Dylan Jansen, the senior.
Jansen has a season high and adds to it now at 16. Made them both. His career high is 31. He dropped that against Minden last year, so you know he can be a streaky shooter.
Yes.
Has displayed some of that here tonight to tie this game up.
Did you say 5 threes so far?
5 3-pointers.
Wow.
Haney lost track of it. McIntyre dives, gets the court burn, but also can't avoid the sideline.
Love the hustle from McIntyre. Just couldn't quite save it from out of bounds.
Against the zone. The Patriots zone after makes and dead balls, man after missed shots.
Yeah, and this zone does make it difficult to try and get an open three because you're extending that defense out on the wings, but you can't commit those ticky-tack fouls.
Yeah, touch foul there. Yeah. Jaden Techmeyer just a little too handsy beyond the arc. And quick whistle there. We do look forward to talking to the winning coach. Don't know who it'll be, but we do know it's brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Tie game with 3 minutes to go.
Ooh.
Offensive rebound, Haney. Can't put it back in, and Vance winds up with the ball.
That was a good look for Central Catholic. Patriots fortunate that Wolf didn't connect.
Yeah, but scrapping for those boards has made it hard for defensive rebounds for Adams Central, and in response, they haven't been able to get transition opportunities where they normally thrive.
And there is again Wolf, the freshman, making a play on the defensive end.
And Birch muscling it past Jansen. Timeout, Adams Central. 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. You won't want to miss the finish coming up on NCN.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
New year, new ride. Get $20,000 total savings on a new Silverado 1500 Black Widow RST. Find new roads at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer, Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC, Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com/GM.
Just one timeout left for Adams Central. They trail by 2, nearing the final couple of minutes on the road.
Oh, great play.
What a beautiful design. Jansen with the assist to Neppel.
The movement away from the basketball, the backside screen. That's what's been missing from this offense. Great play coming out of the break.
We're tied back up. This is the 4th tie of the 4th quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
Adams Central has not led in the 4th. Wolf can't hit. Haney, another rebound.
Back-to-back offensive boards for Connor Haney.
Now, he hasn't been able to cash in after those offensive rebounds, though.
Missed opportunities.
And a chance for the Patriots to take their first lead since it was 34-32. Who do they turn to? The hot hand in Jansen? Or the top scorer in Neppel? It's Jansen who pulls the trigger and leaves it short.
Good on Birch, boxing out the much taller Neppel.
No shot clock in Class C hoops. See what the Crusaders opt to do here.
Just threatening taking it inside is enough to try and find that separation beyond the perimeter.
Tino Martinez keeps asking for reversals of the basketball. They might try to hold for the final look at this one.
I wouldn't think it would be a bad idea if the Patriots allow them to do that. Man-to-man defense right now. Are they going to extend it out?
And a foul. That's number 5 on Jaden Techmeyer. He's out of the game.
And how about Connor Haley? Sealing him off, making himself available down low. That hasn't been there very often, but when it was, with less than a minute to go, credit the Crusaders looking it up.
So a senior leader and the second leading scorer on the team in Techmeyer. His day finishes with 8 points. In his place, Decker Shestock re-enters the contest. So McIntyre, the 6th man, will be playing the remainder of this game.
Crusaders don't have to force anything early here.
More reversals is what Coach Martinez is calling for. Shestock nearly got a hand on that one. 3 timeouts left for GICC if they need to use them.
Adams Central has a foul to give here, has a couple fouls to give here. They got to keep that in mind.
LeBon. Neppel comes up, commits that foul. That is his 4th, so he doesn't have any more of those to give.
Kind of surprised they turned to Neppel to commit that foul. That's okay.
And a timeout taken by Grand Island Central Catholic. Oh, what a fun finish to this ball game. 14 seconds left. And you know what, if you're Tino Martinez, you're drawing something up here. And you've had a lot of success from beyond the arc.
You really have, but I think he's going to use that to his advantage, knowing that Adams Central is going to have that top of mind and they're going to have to close out on a 3. Are they going to try and rotate the ball around the perimeter, then find something sneaky? Maybe a backdoor cut, find something underneath the rim. They got great passes in LeBon, Wolf. Birch has had a couple of nice feats, and Haney has been able to get to the rack at times. I would not be surprised if the 3 ball is kind of like the decoy here with just under 14 seconds left.
Well, Adams Central, they have the advantage of being able to play 2 different styles of defense here.
Right.
Traditionally, off of a dead ball, they play 1-3-1. They could opt for man, a better chance to deny jump shots. We'll see what they come out in defensively. Look for Thomas LeBon. He is the leader, the junior, the top scorer for the Crusaders. Has 15 today. He will be who the Patriots are expecting to get the basketball.
It feels like LeBon has to get his hands on the ball here.
He's guarded man-to-man by McIntyre. They've now switched Shestock on him, and Shestock commits the foul.
That's okay. That's okay if you're a Patriots fan. As mentioned, they have a couple fouls to give here before GICC can get into that bonus. By committing that foul, that doesn't allow for that early penetration or any type of an offensive set play to get into motion, to get into go.
That was the 4th team foul. The next one puts GICC at the line, and McIntyre nearly committed it. Here's LeBon. LeBon shoots the guarded 3. It rattles out. Rebound. Adams Central. Nepal loses the basketball.
Oh, no.
And double dribbles. Is there any time remaining?
I wouldn't be surprised if they put 1.5 to 2 seconds back on the clock here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
The double dribble. It got caught on his leg for Nepal. Trying to get the heave ready. It caught on his leg.
Boy, kind of a fumble there. Big time, because
how much time this official has to determine it. No one else. 1 second. 1 second for Grand Island Central Catholic. A sideline inbound coming.
I think that's more than fair if you're an Adams Central fan, because I thought it was 1.5 seconds.
They'll put Nepal as the guy guarding the inbound with his long arms. And Zach Foster calls timeout. This is the final timeout of the regulation for Adams Central. Patriots going to talk about not fouling here.
Exactly. So they're going to have to really change gears as they are committing back-to-back fouls, not allowing GICC to get into their offensive set play. Will that come back around to kind of nip them in the bud here?
Well, this game has been thrilling.
Yes, very much so.
They've traded blows just like we saw in the girls' contest, and largely it's been three-point shooting.
Yes.
Dylan Jansen for Adams Central against the combined effort of LeBon and Wolf for GICC.
And Birch has got one in there as well down the stretch in the second half.
And you have to think LeBon, again, will be the guy to get the basketball here. Tino Martinez from a sideline inbound. You know that he has something in his playbook for this situation. And we're going to get to see it here. It would be a chance for his team to get a huge victory, their biggest of the season.
We saw it in that last possession. Things didn't go right, but he was still able to find his own shot, create his own shot, and it nearly went in.
Alberts will be the inbound man. LeBon is guarded by McIntyre with 1 second remaining. Alberts to Wolf. Wolf didn't get it off. It won't count, and we're going to overtime. Adams Central, Grand Island Central Catholic. They couldn't figure it out through 4 quarters. Free basketball when we return on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
New year, new ride. Get $20,000 total savings on a new Silverado 1500 Black Widow RST. Find new roads at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer. Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC, Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com/GM.
Welcome back to Grand Island Central Catholic. I'm Michael Shively. Andy Klassen with me. 32 minutes, and we're still tied up 44 apiece. 4-8 Grand Island Central Catholic, 10-3 Adams Central. Throw out the records. This is a fun one.
And CC won the tip. Unbelievable.
Foul trouble definitely favoring Grand Island Central Catholic. LeBon against that 1-3-1. Nepple has to be careful. He's the 6'8 freshman, number 23 in red and white. He has 4 fouls. Jaden Techmeyer has fouled out for Adams Central. Jack Alberts has 3. Nobody else in foul trouble for the Crusaders.
Patriots really trying to guard that three-point line.
No shot clock in Class C high school basketball. Birch to the hoop, has his shot altered by Dylan Jansen, who snags the defensive board.
And there's that little size advantage we've been talking about come into play.
Well, it's been about 6-7 minutes of real time since Adams Central has had an offensive possession. GICC drained the final about minute 30 of regulation. Nepple straight away 3, drains it. The ninth grader steps up for his first 3-ball of the game.
That's a new age basketball, right? Your 6'8", 6'9" guy backs it out, drains the triple.
The Patriots getting loud on their side of the court. Wolf, another freshman. Can't get it, but LeBon can't get the rebound to put back to go through, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Patriots. They're unable to clear the defensive glass with ease against the shorter Crusaders.
Give a lot of credit to Central Catholic for just hanging in there and making things extremely difficult for Adams Central.
LeBon flashing open, shoots the tray, and he's just short. Oh, the three-point shooting has dried up for Central Catholic of late. 9 made threes on the game, their second best total this season.
Well, Patriots have really altered their zone defense. They're really guarding that three-point line, kind of teasing the Crusaders, almost daring them to try to work the ball inside.
Patriots playing with the lead, something they haven't done since the final couple of minutes of the third quarter. Count the bucket for Austin Vaught's, plus a chance for a three-point play at the line.
You gotta absolutely love that look if you're a Patriots fan. Your senior, our junior guard, Vaught's, just putting his shoulder down, getting into that defense, taking it strong down the left side of the lane.
Austin Vaught's at the line, shooting.
And Vaught's done a fantastic job on the backside of that 1-3-1 defense. I mean, that's a tough spot to be, trying to cover from sideline to sideline.
Hits back iron. That was his first bucket since the first half. 5-point game. The two-pointer just short. And, an injury. Timeout for an injured player. Decker Shestock has to go out because they stopped play. He says he's good, but he has to go out.
Right.
No, it must not.
Okay. False.
I was mistaken there, pardon me, but they stopped it because Shestock was limping around.
The opportunistic head coach Martinez will take advantage of the dead ball and get a substitution in.
Vaught's picks up his dribble in the backcourt. Patriots struggling to break the half-court line, and Zach Foster knows it.
Good timeout.
He calls timeout. 1 minute, 23 seconds remaining. We'll step aside. You won't want to miss the finish. It's a fun one in OT here in GI.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
1 minute, 23 seconds remaining on the Midway CDJ scoreboard in overtime. Adams Central either trailed or was tied the entire fourth quarter. They've scored the only 5 points of overtime. Thomas LeBon saves it back behind his head.
Travel.
But Birch lost his footing and gave it back.
Yeah, Birch just kind of got caught up in the moment there, but what a fantastic highlight reel type of defensive play from Thomas LeBon. And the wherewithal to save it behind his head.
That might have been the most impressive part of it. Incredible anticipation and balance, but it doesn't yield anything. And there's a quick foul. McIntyre catches the inbounds.
You got to admire the way GICC is keeping this defensive pressure up, extending their man-to-man defense to full court. And Patriots having troubles, right? Trying to advance this ball across half court, getting to their half-court offense.
And no timeouts left for Coach Zach Foster. That's a foul on Kyle Kelly, who was inserted to do that foul. And the next foul will put Adams Central at the free throw line.
You can tell it's a concerted effort. CC trying to extend the game here and foul early.
Vaught's. Now they're going to play straight up defense, at least until it crosses half court. Jansen. Mauled. Stava, his second. So LeBon and Alberts, who are out for that defensive sequence, because they each have 3 fouls, will come back in.
And that's what Stava was in for the game, to do. Defense, get the foul if you have to. Now LeBon and Alberts checking back in. Little offense for defense substitutions here for Central Catholic.
Jansen 3 for 4 on the day and hits the first.
My goodness, his shooting this evening, unbelievable. I think that was good for his 18th point.
Season high in points, season high in made threes. His team has needed every one of those buckets. Gets them both.
Like that trim. We'll just call him Mr. Buckets here tonight.
The senior coming up big on the road. And Wolf can't hang on to it. A GICC turnover, and perhaps that youth shining through. Birch called for the travel. He's a sophomore, and there's a freshman trying to play against heavy pressure.
Right. Yeah, just a couple unfortunate, untimely turnovers here in overtime. Committed by, as you mentioned, a pair of freshmen.
Vaught's into Jansen. That's who they want to get it to. The lead now up to 3 possessions. A chance to add to it.
Yeah, and I don't think it's too big of a discussion over on the Adams Central sideline between their coaching staff who they want to try and get to the foul line right now.
The guy who's got them to that 7-point lead. 6'3" senior. Sinks the first. He's up to 20. Well, Adams Central, talking to Coach Foster coming into this game, he said, we are not looking at that 4-8 GICC record.
Right.
What stands out about him? He said the thing that stands out is the name on the front of that jersey.
Right.
This is a name program, and they're always going to compete, and they're always going to be well coached. And no doubt we saw that tonight.
Ooh. Near travel there from LeBon.
Alberts for 3. Out of bounds, last touch by Haney. This one in hand for the Patriots.
So a lot of promise, right? Seen here tonight from Granite Island. Central Catholic, we mentioned a couple times, no seniors on the roster, so a youth-laden team. But how about Adams Central? Able to kind of shift gears offensively when things just weren't working out. They're able to look to the three-point line and kind of match and overshadow the shooting from the Crusaders here at home.
This will be Adams Central's 4th straight victory and their 2nd overtime victory this month. That's a good January.
Yeah, and that's preparing you for that postseason play. A couple of overtime victories on the road, tough place to play regardless.
And both were on the road at Hastings High and here at Grand Island Central Catholic. Mighty impressive. The conference tournaments coming up for both of these squads next week. For Adams Central, they are the 2 seed in the Central Conference.
Boy, and you'd love to see that. Your freshman, Hunter Nepple, stepping up to the line and knocking down free throws to close it out.
Grand Island Central Catholic will play Kearney Catholic, which was a 2-point affair earlier this month. That is the play-in game of the Centennial Conference on Monday. LeBon can't hit. And the jump shots just dried up for Grand Island Central Catholic at the end of the fourth quarter and into OT. Adams Central pitches an overtime shutout. And they're going to get a hard-fought victory, overcoming foul trouble and hot shooting. It's Dylan Jansen's high-powered offensive efforts that propels his team to a 54-44 victory at Grand Island Central Catholic. Well, it was another fun one, and we won't want to miss the fun postgame. Up next, we visit with the winning coach, Zach Foster, and the player of the game, Dylan Jansen. Then it's highlights time, and we get you on with your evening. It's an Adams Central win over GICC on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Welcome back to Grand Island, Nebraska, where the Patriots of Adams Central prevail. Win a tough one on the road. Coach Foster, this game went back and forth, a game of runs. How are you guys able to prevail and ultimately come away with the victory?
I mean, we just had to be gritty. I mean, it was, GICC is so good defensively. They're the best program we play in terms of their scout and their preparation. They made a lot of shots in the first half, a lot of game pressure on us. I was just really, really proud of our kids in the first half for just digging in because we didn't play great, and credit to GICC for making us not play very well. We just hung in there and just found a way to only be down 1.5. And then even in the fourth quarter, I mean, just really, really proud of the maturity our kids are showing as the season goes on. They're just getting tougher every day, and really, really blessed to have these guys in our locker room.
I thought it was impressive how you guys had to kind of shift gears there. You wanted to work it inside. It wasn't working out. You were able to look to the outside and kind of match what GICC was doing from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I mean, it's a make or miss game. I mean, ball goes in, you look pretty good. If it doesn't, you look pretty bad sometimes. And they're so good defensively that it's hard to get the ball within 10 feet of the basket. It's one thing we always talk about through the post of the drive. And early in the game, you could see we were on our heels. Yeah. The aggressor or protector is something we always talk about. Who's aggressive, who's protecting. And the whole first half, they were the aggressive team. And I thought as the game went on in the second half, we got more aggressive. And again, credit to our kids. There's lots of coaches that say the right things. You need good kids that buy in and listen. And our kids listened and really executed as the game went on.
You guys won 4 in a row now, a couple overtime games recently. What's been the key in your mind to kind of keeping this streak alive?
We got great kids. I mean, every coach says that, but we truly have really, really good people in our locker room who want to win and are unselfish. And so that's where it starts. I mean, we're just so lucky to be with our kids. We talk about gratitude every day. We're grateful to have great kids in our locker room.
Speaking of great kids, one of them had a great performance. Dylan Jansen, season high, 21 points, 5 made three-pointers.
Yeah, he's a returning all-conference guy, all-mention, all-state guy, and he's one of the most unselfish guys in our program. He's really sacrificed a lot at times this year, but in huge games this year, he's came up big down the stretch, which is what you want your seniors to do. So he's another one of those guys. He's a captain for our team that we're really lucky to have in our program.
Coach, thank you for the time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you for being here.
All righty, let's bring our player of the game, Dylan Jansen, filling up the stat sheet. 21 points, 5 made three-pointers, and there are times where offense was coming difficult. How did you see the game kind of play out and then led to you guys pulling away at the end here?
You know, I just have our entire team did a great job of just driving the ball, and we were getting inside-out threes all game because their help defense is really tough, and it was just great that we were able to knock down some of the shots down the stretch and kind of just pull away with the win in the end.
What was going through your mind there? I mean, late in the fourth quarter, GICC was up on you guys, but you're able to dig in and somehow force it to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, all season we had to struggle with adversity all the time, and just throughout all those experiences, we've just gotten tougher, and we've just been able to come away with those wins because of the experience we have, and I think that's great. You mentioned the adversity. You guys have won 4 in a row now, a couple overtime victories as of late. What do you think these type of victories could do for you guys down the stretch? Now we're looking at postseason. They're huge wins. I mean, just to come away with 2 overtime wins when they can go either way is just really awesome that we were able to be on the right end of it. So obviously it's good for power points and just good for our team morale too. So yeah, that's coming away with these 2. The last 4, I guess, is huge for our program.
And what was being said, especially during that halftime break, because things weren't coming easy, it's kind of a herky-jerky, but you guys were able to kind of shift gears and make it work. Did the coaches say, let's scrap this, let's go with that? What was going on?
I mean, it just kind of came back down to just going 4 game and just kind of driving the ball, getting into the gaps and kicking out for threes, and then getting to the rim when you can, because that was kind of what they were telling us at halftime, and just mainly on the defensive end, just to stay gritty and just keep on getting stops down the stretch, because the defense is really the key, especially when you're playing GICC.
Well, you guys stayed gritty, got a gritty win. Congratulations, Dylan, on a heck of a performance and the victory.
Thank you.
All righty, Michael, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. Congratulations to the Adams Central Patriots on a hard-fought victory. It certainly didn't come easy on the road against Grand Island Central Catholic, and Coach Foster, he couldn't have expected anything less. Let's see how it went down. Your top plays brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. And by Tom Dinsdale Auto, Grand Island's premier dealership. Grand Island Central Catholic enters this game having not played in 2 weeks. They have a 4-8 record, losers of their last 2. Meanwhile, Adams Central 10-3. They've won 3 times in January. But it's GICC. They put some pressure on early against Adams Central thanks to hot three-point shooting, a 7-6 lead. Lead flipped back over to AC for a moment, but 10-9 at the end of 1 quarter. Three-point shooting was really what propelled Grand Island Central Catholic through that first half. Braylon Wolf, the freshman, drained 3 three-pointers. Thomas Laban, the junior, hit 3 himself. They combined for 21 of their team's 25 first-half points. Adams Central, though, gets some momentum heading to the locker room. Dylan Jansen drains the triple. A good foreshadowing of what was to come in the second half and overtime from Mr. Jansen. Adams Central starts hot to begin the third quarter, and they take the 28-25 lead. But GICC isn't going to fold at home. They find some success on the offensive glass. Connor Haney was active there, but it's still the three-point shooting that helps them get that 35-34 lead entering the fourth quarter. Crusaders got the first bucket of the fourth and never trailed in that quarter. Adams Central, though, tied it up 4 times and survived a 1 second to go shot by Braylon Wolf that didn't quite beat the buzzer. And it was tied 44-all after regulation. In overtime, the Patriots were able to pull away and stay away. Dylan Jansen making his free throws, and got some help from Austin Vaught's, who had a field goal to provide some early separation. And Adams Central ends up getting the overtime victory, 54-44. With the win, Adams Central improves to 11-3 on the season. 4 wins, including 2 road overtime victories in January for the Patriots. The GICC Crusaders play well, but get a hard luck loss and fall to 4-9 on the season. Well, thanks so much to all of our sponsors who made our travel possible. Thanks to our hosts here at Grand Island Central Catholic, for the coaches and players taking time to prepare us for the broadcast and chat in the postgame. On behalf of our director, Danny Alvarado, my color announcer, Andy Klassen, I'm Michael Shifley. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week for more high school hoops on News Channel Nebraska.